And I am live. Happy Friday, everyone. I am scrolling the LinkedIn feed, killing two birds with one stone because I've said it here before. People like when you comment on their posts. And I think that the algorithm likes when we comment on other people's posts as well. So I do typically try to write comments before and after I write a post. I didn't write a post yesterday, Thursday, not beating myself up for it. That's the life of being a content creator, in my opinion. But anyway, we want to stay consistent, but I'm able to do my commenting and my posts by going live, and I'm on my personal page. Shoot, I just realized I didn't even add my LinkedIn. So let's add my LinkedIn to this. Here we go. And we're live on LinkedIn now too. I was just live on YouTube as well as Instagram. And yeah, I didn't click LinkedIn. So here we are, LinkedIn. We're doing some scrolling on the LinkedIn. As I always say, killing two birds with one stone. I can put my live stream out there, which is my long form post content. And then I'm also going to be commenting, which is something I try to do every day anyway, whether I post or not. Is if I am posting, comment before the post and a little bit after the post, especially on people that I think are in my audience, so that my content will be likely to land on their feed. But also, sometimes you can build relationships right in other people's comments. So let's go for it. I am sharing this screen over here. And of course, Justin Welsh is top of my feed. Is he the top of everyone else's feed? Maybe it's because I comment on his stuff a lot. He's got 1,100 posts. I'm sorry, 1,100 likes, 700 comments. Good gracious. Okay, so the top 1% is more available than you think. It just has a price. A strong body costs. I need a drink of coffee really quick. Oh, who's tuning in on YouTube? If you are there, let me know you are there by leaving a comment. Let me know you can hear me too. I'm not on mute. I just checked. Okay, back at it. Justin Walsh. Here's what he's telling us today. Let me pull this down here so I don't have to look up. Actually, no. Then I have to make it smaller. Okay, I'll just keep looking up. Now I will go on mute for 1 second. There's 4 of you here. Let me know what's up. If you're here, leave a comment. Hopefully I can see it. And let me know where you're tuning in from. If you are writing comments on LinkedIn, are you scrolling the feed on LinkedIn? Like, what do you see in your LinkedIn feed? Is it all just like AI slop? I really appreciate Justin Welsh. He's been on the Wednesday show as a guest. He's awesome. Just like uplifting, sort of like entrepreneurial style. You can go get create and design the life you want sort of content. But yeah, let's read his post. He says, the top 1% is more available than you think. It just has a price. A strong body costs 4 or 5 hours a week for years. A profitable business costs consistent work on the right things for years. Neither requires luck. Neither requires genius. Neither requires connections, credentials, or family money. Sure, that stuff certainly helps, but you can do both without them. The price is simple, paid in a currency most people hate. Repetition without applause. The gym rewards you in tears. The business rewards you in years. Almost everyone quits. If you don't quit, your prize is to be called lucky. Ooh, good point. Fun, right? Effort alone will not get you to either of those, though, because plenty of people will train wrong and never see results, or work brutal hours on the wrong things and never become profitable. For the body, a decent trainer can show you the right reps in a few weeks. For the business, the knowledge is much harder to find. So I tried my best to make it easy to get. I went through 250 plus of my own essays, hours of voice notes, blah, blah, blah. The result is a field manual on building a $15 million business without wrecking your life to do it. The right reps laid out in a 20-minute read. A sculpted body and profitable business. Put your life in the top 1% instantly. Yeah. Anyone else out there trying to do either of those things? Like, I definitely try to at least walk every day. I have been doing more weightlifting, which is like making me a little bit bulkier, which I guess is healthier for women as we age. But even for young women too, more research is being done on women's health. I'm no doctor or even women's health researcher, so I'll leave that to them. But yeah, I mean, I there was a time I went to a coach for um, my what kind of coach was she exactly? Pelvic floor physical trainer. But really, it was just like going to the gym and doing like certain crunches. And she would show me the type I needed to do. And who knew after having a baby, working out your glutes is going to help you more than your abs. And so, yeah, like I just learned a ton from her. Had I not worked with a coach, I definitely would have had a lot longer to keep working out if I even would have figured out how to finally heal my pelvic floor. But Justin Walsh is sort of saying that same thing. And I'm just going to say, you're so right. Um, I am writing this. I'm just going to be real with them, writing this comment live and just told everyone about the time I hired I'll just say it, pelvic floor physical training coach. It reduced a lot of issues in my life, and I wouldn't have gotten those same results on my own. There's no, what's the word? Like you shouldn't feel scared to hire a coach or get the help you need to be the best in your space. I'm listening to Mariah Carey in my ear. I would play it here, but I don't copyright issues. Yeah, anyway, so let's just keep scrolling here. See what some of these other people said. The right reps beat hard work on the wrong things. Most quit before compounding starts. Thanks for distilling 250 essays into 30 pages. Whoa, yeah. Okay, so lots of very just like LinkedIn stuff. This looks like a promoted post. Of course, we can tell because it says promoted right here. So I must be in their target audience. Let's see, Dave Yang. What are you selling? Proving ROI in B2B marketing has never been more important. I mean, everyone can say that. 78% of B2B CMOs say demonstrating campaign ROI matters more today than it did 2 years ago, yet many still struggle to connect marketing spend to real business outcomes. With LinkedIn's revenue attribution report and conversion API, marketers can connect leads, opportunities, and revenue to understand true impact. Across LinkedIn, we are seeing LinkedIn influence deals deliver 36% higher win rates and 37% shorter sales cycles. Better measurement drives better results. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for LinkedIn ads, actually. I'm curious, anyone here using LinkedIn ads? And you don't have to spend a ton of money, sort of like you do at Google or on Google to see a bunch of, see some return. But yeah, I think that's really interesting that they're seeing, LinkedIn influence deals. Also, like every platform will say this, we talk about this on deconstructing data all the time. All the platforms might touch a particular prospect, and they're all going to attribute their platform to that prospect. So I don't know. I'm a skeptic. We've got Leslie Vanette here. Sales pressure is costing you deals. We are often told to create urgency. What we really do is lay on. Okay, sales pressure is costing you deals. We are often told to create urgency. What we really do is lay on the sales pressure. Buyer psychology tells us that once a buyer feels like they are being forced into a decision, their zone of resistance will increase. The data will back that up. Applying sales pressure reduces revenue. Let's give her a listen. Take my browser off mute there. Let's see if we can zoom in on her. Make her even bigger. Ooh, Leslie is saying it there. I hope you all could hear the audio there. If not, just go search Leslie Vanette. Let's see. Let's make this smaller again. No, we don't want to listen to it again. Okay. So first and foremost, we'll give her a like. Let's see what some of these other people are saying. Oh, look at, she's already commented on her own post. Federico Prasicki says the whole sales urgency thing feels so 1890s to me. That's funny. Does he mean 1980s? Maybe 1890s works too. Let's get back to our regular screen here. Is this how we're doing it? Yeah. So, oh, look at Doug Lehman in layman's terms. Speak on it, Leslie. No pressure. Bring the value and insight. Yeah. You know what? I feel this so hard. This is one of the reasons sales gives me and others the ick. No one wants to be pressured. People want to do their own research and build trust over time. Great video. Oops. I came across this post while scrolling. I have these nails. It makes it super hard to type. Anyone else out there trying to type with nails? Great video. I came across this post while scrolling the feed. Sorry, I'm listening to music too. So I'm like having a little party in the background too. This is Billie Eilish. Let's find something different. Got my AI DJ on Spotify. Anyone use that? Okay, great video. I came across this post while scrolling the feed live on LinkedIn, period. I played the video during the live. Good stuff. Comment. Did I spell LinkedIn wrong? I think you're supposed to what? Capitalize the I. Okay, there we go. Ooh, we got some Fleetwood Mac in my ear here. Lisa Williams, I believe is scheduled to come on Wednesday here in July, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to check on that. But so many women are left out of the menopause conversation because they either choose not to go on HRT or can't. Ladies, we hear you and we support you and have options. That's cool, Lisa. What are you up to? Let's hear your video. I'll go back to this other view. Let me put her full screen. Here, go to the beginning. Interesting. So she's got, what is that, a little pill there? I don't see that. Let me go back. Watch. Interesting. I have never heard of this. Um, try to get here. So that's so interesting. Period or exclamation. There's so much stuff out there that I have not heard of in the menopause realm. One thing that I do continue to see is new medical breakthroughs or even, we'll say, societal breakdowns with as research, as more research is being done. So hard to type with nails. Being done. Societal breakdowns as more research is being done on women's health. Period. Oh, P.S. This comment was left. I'm going to just talk. Can I use this little thing? While scrolling LinkedIn live. Period. Should have just typed that. While scrolling the feed on LinkedIn Live. Okay. And we are going to be right back. I need a quick little break, so I'm going to play an ad for you. At Reviting, we help B2B founders, executives, brands turn their live streaming into a real revenue channel. One live stream turns into a podcast. It turns into a social clip. it turns into email content like a newsletter and actual sales conversations. You get to have a lot of conversations with people when you have a podcast or a live stream like this. And if you want to be known, trusted, and remembered in your industry without being online 24/7, worrying about your posting, this is what we do. Just head on over to Reviting.com and let's build your show.
I want to give a quick testimonial for the Reviting team. I was really nervous about doing lives. They very much have helped me increase my reach and online presence. So thank you, Reviting.
I love what you and the team do. I've been picking up 50 followers a day just because that content is resonating so well. It's working across a lot of different channels for me.
One of the problems that we struggle with is getting our brand out there. Her team have been able to do for us is the idea of going live on LinkedIn and using that platform to its fullest extent through the way they're able to take the live event and break it down into bite-sized posts, video clips, as well as the content within the posts themselves.
And I am back. We're scrolling the feed on LinkedIn, and Tim Davidson came up. Let me see. Tim Davidson's pretty cool. Met him in person twice. Met him at the Exit 5. What was that? Vermont. Forget what they called that event, but it was pretty cool. Drive by Exit 5. I think that's what it was. And also, if you're tuning in on YouTube, let me know. Drop a comment. Are you scrolling the LinkedIn feed? I'm just leaving some comments and making this my LinkedIn post for the day. Because when you go live, you're leaving long form content on LinkedIn as a post. It's the only way you can get a video over 9 minutes on LinkedIn. But let's read Tim's post. Hopefully you can see it and it's big enough. But what he is saying is, moved recently, and since then I've encountered more door-to-door sales folks than I've ever in my life. That's hilarious. We've moved into a nicer neighborhood than before, so we had a few here and there before, but now it's like every other day. It's the ones you've seen clips of too. Windows washing, roofing, driveway stuff. Yes. All starting with, we're doing Sally's house over yonder. Do you know Sally? We're in the neighborhood. Oh my God. I have like text messages from these types of people. So funny. Yeah. Hey, Jesse, totally understand if it hasn't been top of mind. The only reason I'm following up is because we've been finding legitimate storm damage on roofs. Like, I can't make this stuff up. Like, I have a text message with this exact stuff. I binge them, and when I was watching them, I was like, if this ever happened to me, I would just say, I'm good. No thanks. There's no chance I'll sit through that spiel. Well, I was wrong. I can't muster up the guts to just cut them off every time. Oh my God. This is hilarious, Tim. They just keep talking and asking questions that I can just answer really quick and just find myself answering them. And I know what you're thinking. Why do you even answer? Because my office has a big window and it's next to the door, like literally same. Because my office has a big window, blah, blah, blah. I hate it so much. I need to figure out how to politely say, absolutely not. You're wasting my time. Just say. This is hilarious because it hits close to home. I'm scrolling the feed live on LinkedIn and literally showed the live some text messages I got from someone about storm damage on roofs that my neighbors are also seeing. We also started getting these when we moved here about 5 years, or no, I guess it's been 2019. Yeah. 6 years ago. Ooh, it's just started pouring down rain here. We also started getting these when we moved here about 6 years ago. Period. I'll say these people, these sellers, moved here about 6 years ago. I've come to learn to just ignore even when they can see and hear me through the window. The ones you don't want to miss are the pesticide guys or people. You don't want to be the only neighbor who didn't spray. Oh my gosh, Tim is hilarious. That was a really long comment. Tyler. So I met her at the high level event where I spoke, Every M&A deal moves at the speed of how fast the parties can absorb the documents. That is not a metaphor. Term sheets, diligence requests, contracts, briefs, cap tables, the infrastructure of every creator exit I close runs through a stack of PDFs being shared, marked up, and synthesized across multiple parties at the same time. So when Adobe Acrobat invited me to the Adobe LinkedIn rooftop activation at the Carlton during Cannes Lions International Festival of Creativity, I went up actually curious about whether PDF spaces could change how I work. It can. Here's what landed for me on site. PDF spaces turn static PDFs into collaborative workspaces where my team, my clients, and I can drop files, notes, audio summaries, and a custom AI assistant in one place. The recipient experience is what got me. When I send a client a deal prep package, they no longer have to open 7 different PDFs in the right order and figure out which one matters. They get one workspace where everything is contextualized, summarized, and ready to absorb in the time they actually have. Oh, wow. My result ladder upper, which made me laugh. Okay, so wait, I want to see this. Where did she go? Adobe LinkedIn rooftop activation at the Carlton. Ooh, how cool. Yeah, that looks so neat. Yeah. Say Adobe still takes the lead with creativity. Even though I will say I am a Canva fan, but I'm going to say PS, I left this comment while scrolling the feed live on LinkedIn. And I don't even know how many posts I've commented on that. Probably not that many. There's another promoted post. We'll just Cody Sanchez. I usually like her stuff. Do y'all follow Cody Sanchez? Ooh, I see there's 17 of you here on YouTube. Like, what's up? What are you all doing? Where are you all tuning in from? Are you on LinkedIn? Do you create content on LinkedIn? I am engaging right now. I'm scrolling my feed, seeing who's popping up. This is Cody Sanchez. She's a creator and influencer, but also someone who sort of promotes investing in businesses. There's a lot of businesses for sale. So she's all about investing millions in Main Street businesses. So here we go. Controversial but necessary. Choices are unavoidable if you want to be successful. It won't be easy, but it can be simple. Number 12 is all about getting in the right rooms. And while that seems hard, these days it's easier than ever. If you want free taste of what these rooms look like, check out this webinar, July 18th. What's number 12? Get in the rooms where your dreams are others' realities. So obviously she's trying to sell some webinar, and that's the part that's going to tie it in is like you need to create the room. So join her room because then we'll be surrounded by the right people. Love her. Great post still. Caitlin writes really great content as well. But I think that, we finally got a comment. Let's see. Smiley. Smile Worldy. Okay. A YouTube comment. What's up, YouTube? Showing up. I'm just about to log off. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you have a great Friday. I'm just realizing that, again, I streamed mobile on LinkedIn again. So I'll be a little more careful about that next time. I was just testing it one time, and then I just never turned it off. But yeah, I can add back landscape as well. And I'll do that next time I do my live commenting. I do see there are 7 of you on YouTube, 3 of you on LinkedIn. If anyone wants me to comment on their post, drop it in the comments. And yeah, there's also, let's see, we've got the communities here. drop some notes in there. I'm going to play a quick video for everyone, and I'm going to drum up the communities, and I'll be right back. At Reviting, we help B2B founders, executives, brands turn their live streaming into a real revenue channel. One live stream turns into a podcast. It turns into a social clip. It turns into email content like a newsletter and actual sales conversations. You get to have a lot of conversations with people when you have a podcast or a live stream like this. And if you want to be known, trusted, and remembered in your industry, without being online 24/7, worrying about your posting, this is what we do. Just head on over to reviting.com and let's build your show.
I want to give a quick testimonial for the Reviting team. I was really nervous about doing lives. They very much have helped me increase my reach and online presence. So thank you, Reviting.
I love what you and the team do. I've been picking up 50 followers a day just because that content is resonating so well. It's working across a lot of different channels for me.
One of the problems that we struggle with is getting our brand out there. Her team have been able to do for us is the idea of going live on LinkedIn and using that platform to its fullest extent through the way they're able to take the live event and break it down into bite-sized posts, video clips, and as well as the content within the posts themselves.
At Reviting, we help B2B founders, executives, brands turn their live streaming into a real revenue channel. One live stream turns into a podcast. It turns into a social clip. It turns into email content like a newsletter and actual sales conversations. You get to have a lot of conversations with people when you have a podcast or a live stream like this. And if you want to be known, trusted, and remembered in your industry, without being online 24/7, worrying about your posting, this is what we do. Just head on over to reviting.com and let's build your show.
I want to give a quick testimonial for the Reviting team. I was really nervous about doing lives. They very much have helped me increase my reach and online presence. So thank you, Reviting.
I love what you and the team do. I've been picking up 50 followers a day just because that content is resonating so well. It's working across a lot of different channels for me.
One of the problems that we struggle with is getting our brand out there. Her team have been able to do for us is the idea of going live on LinkedIn and using that platform to its fullest extent through the way they're able to take the live event and break it down into bite-sized posts, video clips, and as well as the content within the posts themselves.
And we're back. All right. So I'm going to, we're at the top of the feed here. Just got to refresh. And this is actually Scott Fogarty, one of the clients here at Reviting. So let's read his post. And then I'm going to get into some community posts, or I'm going to drop this link in the community. You just go ahead and drop that now. Step on by, blah, blah, blah. Okay. If you're here still, let me know. Leave a comment. But Scott is saying it's a summer Friday, vacations, long weekends, Friday half days. Cyber criminals are aware if your cybersecurity strategy only works when the SOC is fully staffed, it isn't operating on the same clock as the attacker. What keeps protecting the network even when the SOC is short-handed? An architecture built to defend when no one is watching. Yeah. Yeah, we all need someone to keep guard when no one else is watching. All right. So I'm going to get into some community posts here. We've got Samir, who dropped this in the SYC. And if I just widen this a little bit, what happens on LinkedIn when I widen this? Just curious. Curious. Can y'all still see it? It gets smaller, I think, on the landscape. Let me do a refresh on LinkedIn so I can see what it's doing. See, there's 3 of you on LinkedIn. Let me know who you are. It's really just like zooming in on the video part of it. Believe in yesterday. Okay. Oh, there's people on Instagram. What's up, Instagram? All right, I'm going to take this back in over here. And I was looking at the feed. Just go back over here. Anyway, yeah, I'm doing a bazillion things, but what I want to be doing is going to Samir's post, which is why I wanted to make the browser bigger so I could actually put a link in here. He's in the SaaS Yacht Club, a community of builders, sellers. Why isn't Samir's post coming up? Make sure I got the right link here. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Okay. Samir, what he's saying is every failed outbound campaign I've dug into has one thing in common. It's never the copy. Team spends weeks on the offer, the angle, the targeting. List looks fine when you glance at it, then it launches and nothing happens. So they rewrite the sequence, change the subject line, blame the CTA. Meanwhile, half the list moved to jobs 8 months ago, and a chunk of the emails were dead before the campaign even went out. Nobody checks the list first. Everyone checks the copy first, backwards. And once the data is bad, everything built on top of it looks worse than it is. A decent offer reads as weak, good copy reads as ignored. We run outbound for a few clients at once. One rotten list, and it's not just that campaign that gets questioned. It's every campaign we're running. Check the list before touching a single line of copy. That's the order always. We've been running lists through Prospeo.io lately, mainly for the 7-day refresh and the bulk verification before anything hits a sending domain. How many campaigns have you seen get blamed on the wrong thing? So I'm wondering, is this a sponsored post? He didn't say it was, but I'm curious what you all on YouTube are thinking. It says, stop blaming the copy. Check the list first. And you know what? I'm going to say, I agree with you here. It's not usually the copy, but I do think it can be the copy, or it can also be the data. Just say, but what I think mostly happens is that people just simply don't understand their audience and cold email becomes a way to test messaging on audiences fast. New York, New York. Theme from New York, New York. Frank Sinatra coming up on my AI feed. Here we go. All right. What are you all thinking here? I'm going to leave Samir in my community a little thumbs up, which you all, if you're watching the live, cannot see. I should have told him on the post that I commented on it live. I'm king of the hill. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, Lohit. Let's read Lohit's post. One of the biggest bottlenecks in creating content isn't writing, it's knowing what to write about. So I built myself a head of LinkedIn, not another writing agent, an entire content system. Here's what it does. Researches competitors across LinkedIn, X, newsletter, and Reddit, finds trending topics relevant to my ICP, suggests content ideas based on what my audience actually cares about, lets me choose an angle, writes the post in my voice, not generic AI copy, scores the post before publishing, and suggests improvements. Behind the scenes, it's powered by multiple specialized agents. Some focus on research, some scrape content, some generate ideas, others write and score the final post. The result? I spend less time wondering, what should I post today? And more time sharing ideas worth publishing. It honestly feels like having a head of LinkedIn on the team. I've packaged the entire workflow, the agents, skills, and prompts. Comment head of LinkedIn and I'll send it over. Say head of LinkedIn. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool that he built that, but that's all he wanted us to comment. So I'm going to give him a thumbs up in the community. Keep it moving. I see Suprava made a post. Let's check out what she's posting about. I really want to know, my baby. Okay. Do you know you have 0.3 seconds to capture your prospect's attention? And no, I'm not saying this. It's based on neuroscience. Learn psychology before you even touch outreach. Here are some concepts tried and tested. Use these today and watch the difference. 1, squint test your message. Blur your eyes and look at it. What's the shape? Try to scan the message before you send it scannable. 2, have attachments in your follow-ups. Note, meme, report card, receipt, whiteboard, photo. Object triggers curiosity in the preconscious window. Sentences, trigger sorting. 3, break the grammar of outreach. Every cold message starts with a hey. You open mid-thought, 94 days. That's how long your GTM role has been open. The brain can't classify a message that starts in the middle. It has to read to find out where it is. Interesting. 4, open with a mistake or a loss. We pitched a company like yours last month. Here's what I got wrong. The brain cannot tag self-inflicted damage as a sales pattern. Interesting. Say, I love your approach of looking at neuroscience and I love your approach of looking at neuroscience and psychology to understand buyers. I would not think to start with a mistake in cold outbound, but I would in a regular conversation. So it makes sense that you would be bold and adopt that strategy in outbound too. P.S. This comment was written live on LinkedIn. Smiley face. Who is out there? All right. I think that might be all the comments I have in me for now. I see in the women wave, Lisa is dropping a heart. So thank you, Lisa. And I see Suprava dropped another post. So let's go check it out. We are sending these handwritten notes as outreach. Oh, did I already engage on this one? No, I didn't. Okay, so let's see what she has to say. We are sending these handwritten notes as outreach. It got us 22 plus positive replies. Here's what we did differently. Usually normal text doesn't get attention these days unless you have a good offer. Now with voice notes, a lot have started sending as well. So now people are annoyed. That leaves us to go back to old ways. This is our usual process. Ocean.io to find company lookalikes. We pasted our best client URLs into Ocean, it gives us 100 companies with that exact same DNA, and then add to our LinkedIn Claude code to found the hidden trigger. For each company we ask Claude, we find some psychology concepts that is publicly available, posted by the team or founder. Then we map companies having a job opening for more than 3 months. Ask Claude to turn into a realistic handwritten letter. Oh, wow, that's creative. Say, that's super creative. You have some of the best tips. I felt good reading this live on LinkedIn. Smiley face. Let's see, are there any others in the communities? The women wave, I'm up to date on here. All right, Marissa, they might not have gotten Marissa's latest one. Let's go see how Marissa is doing. Your brain is not fixed. It is built to change based on what you practice every single day. Neuroscientists prove this with London taxi drivers. After years of memorizing the city's 25,000 streets, their brain scans showed something remarkable. The hippocampus, the region tied to memory and spatial thinking, had physically grown larger. The longer they drove, the bigger it got. This is the real competitive advantage in business today. The people and teams who keep training their brains through focused learning, deliberate practice, and new challenges are literally rewiring themselves for stronger thinking, sharper decisions, and better problem solving. Skills are not just something you have, they are something your brain builds through repetition. The good news is yours can too. I coach people on how to use brain science to build focus. Wow, I love this picture. Yeah, I don't know. Like there's a lot there. Like practice makes perfect. You can rewire your brain for anything. I love that there are coaches out there like you to help people with it. All right. With that, I see there's 8 of you on LinkedIn. 8, I'm sorry, on YouTube, but whoa, not sure what happened, but there's still 8 of you on YouTube. But yeah, I'm going to pop off. Thank you, everyone. If you tune in, have a great weekend.